Peace to the God and peace to the goddess his. Welcome to another broadcast of In the Circle Ministry. This is our virtual YouTube ministry here, and I'm your host, Rico Blatney, where we take things and put them up under the microscope. And with that concept, we're able to take things and make our plural our singular. There's also a scripture that's in the collection of the books called the Bible that says that if your eye be singular, then your body be full of light. So with that concept as well, we're able to see things with our third eye or our spiritual eye. We're able to see things for what they absolutely are. And so that way, whenever we're viewing things in our lives, no matter what they are, if they're financial, if they're um, goals, if there's views, if it's opinions, or whatever it may be, you're able to see those things for what they truly are. And then you can adjust your life to the findings that you find up under the microscope. You're able to see the difference between your belief, your perspective, and um, your truths, and be able to see the truth to have it in comparison with. You can compare a spiritual thing with spiritual things, and once you're able to do those things, this is how you apply those things into your life after you see them for what they are and get the results you want in your life. So with this channel here, we call that self mastery. We're allowing our higher consciousness or our higher being or our true self, the God within us, the God that we are, to master our lower self, our carnal mind, and our carnal beliefs, thoughts, and perspectives, or our lower self. In ancient times, they would call it our animalistic character or nature. We're going to allow the spiritual to take over and let it master the carnal. Okay. So thank you for coming out to another show. This is our What's Up Wednesday show where we're liable to talk about few things and some of everything. Um, so I want to say what's up to my sister above and beyond with Corinne, um, a supporter. Um, Also she's an influencer as well, but um, great supporter on the channel and outside the channel. We actually have connections beyond this. So I'm thankful for her and her husband Steve and her new soon to be newborn child that's coming into the world. So grateful and to have people like that on your side. She has two YouTube channels. One is called The Above and Beyond with Corinne. Is where you can catch me every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Always watching her show. She has great output. She's a unique guy in her own like way. So excuse me, she's able to contribute not only in my life, she will be able to contribute in yours as well. So you got to catch her every Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I believe that it is. And she also has another one called Daily Income with Corinne. So um, you got to catch up with her on that channel as well and see what strategies and money marketing and other things she has where you can make income at home. So check our two channels out as well. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment on them when you go there too. Don't be rude. Say hi. Um, so I think the title for the show is New Beginnings. And before we get into that, um, I'm trying to calm myself down a little bit. I've had a real good day. Um, had a great week. Had a great day. Um, just got finished getting the vehicle detailed. I got some things going on this weekend. I'll talk about them just a little bit. That I'm going to be doing. Was able to work in my garden and transfer some of the chicken manure over to my garden and getting it tilled in and letting it settle in before the planting season. Um, we've gone through the winter and now we're into the new year, which was the 20th of March, and springtime has come. New beginnings. So when you think about it in just the natural form, as you can see that in nature, we have a resemblance to nature. You can see in nature you go through sometimes. Excuse me, I am sorry. I'll get rid of this before it's over with. we go through seasons in our life as well. Um, but now you're at a place of new beginning. So to be in harmony with nature and the universe, there's a lot of things that's happening now, even though they're the same plants in a sense. You may have the same fruit trees or just the same trees in the yard outside of your annuals that come back. You will have some you have to grow new vegetation and some things of that sort. That's what I'm doing in my garden. But it is new beginnings. Even though it may seem familiar, there's a sense of familiarity with the process that you're going through in this season, but there should be joy and happiness because you're entering into new beginnings, and with new beginnings gives you new opportunities to better yourself, increase your finances, increase your health, increase your mental stability, increasing your growth, and most of all, increasing your self mastery. All the opportunities are here. It is the time and the seasoning for it. So whether if you've done a spring cleaning or not, which I did through a way of detoxing, fasting, and meditating, coming into the spring year, trying to allow those things that need to grow, and those things that need to stop growing to be cut off. Um, so as I was saying before, tis this the season. The time is upon you and the opportunity is now. We continuously and forever live in the now, but now is the time to plant those seeds. If you want to harvest later on, you know that there's other seasons you'll go into before the harvest season comes. The harvest season, and most time people don't understand this, that the harvest season comes right before uh, of the death of a thing. You plant in the spring, you have new life. All through the summer, you have your growth and your germination that happens. And then when the fall comes, there's a falling off that needs to take off in your life in order for you to be able to go into the next season, which winter represents the death or the the um the deep rooted or the unseen growth that happens. So you're gonna be able to go through and you be able to have your reproductive for the next season that comes, which is now the spring, the new season. So now, plant the seeds now, so you will have a harvest when it becomes the harvest time, because that time is coming. Even though I talk about us living in the now, but that time will be now. The same way tomorrow never gets here, because tomorrow turns to today in a blink of an eye, and yesterday um, is no more than today that have changed into tomorrow. Hope that wasn't too confusing. But we're going to continuously stay in the now, but those things, we live in a paradox where all these things are constantly taking effect at the same time. So prep yourself for your harvest season. Plant what you desire. Plant what you need. Most of all, plant what you need. Also plant what you desire and the things that you want. So when the harvest season comes for the things you need, you will not be in lack. And the thing that you desire, you will not be in lack. This is how you're gonna find out the yield will bring out one of abundance. You plant one seed, it gives you one plant, but that one plant gives you plenty fruit. With the inside of those fruits or seeds that can reproduce that same like uh, schedule or concept. It's going to give you that one seed, it's going to give you that one plant. You may have, we'll use a corner ear just for a quick reference. You got a corner ear, and every kernel on that corner ear is one plant that can give you at least 5 to 6 more ears or kernels of corn with over 100 more corns. That's just in one. So think of yourself being that same way. You are that one seed that is planted that will produce fruit that will give you 10, 60, sometimes 100 fold, give you more than what was put into it. So that part is what um, I'm more excited about as well too, because I got a bunch of new beginnings. I got a bunch of seeds already that's being placed in the ground, and my harvest season will come. You notice with certain vegetations and certain fruits, you will have a summer harvest, and then you have other vegetation and other fruit that only give you a fall harvest. So you will have your fruit in due season, in and out of due season. So in the summer and in the fall. So I'm looking forward to all of these other harvests coming into my life. Also on some new beginnings, which are from some older things, just me personally, what I was telling you about earlier, I will talk about is that this weekend I'll be going to Washington, D.C. I'm going to meet some family members that I never met before from my biological father. Real excited about it. My biological father passed in 1991. His name was Bobby Lee McCarter, and I never had a chance to meet him, never had a chance to know him from my recollection. My stepdad and the father that I know, or the dad that I knowed throughout my life, has been he was with my mom until she passed in 2010, but was in my life since I was 3 months old. So that was all I know. My mom's side and his side, but going through life, sort of to kind of say that I've always, once I figured out around the age of 8 that he wasn't my biological father, it helped me identify like this lacking that I had in my life. So I'm excited about meeting the new individuals on my family side, um, opening a new chapter in my life, experiencing new things and new individuals, and as my sister Korean would say, completing, making me more whole now that I can have both sides. So I'm excited to see what's going to take place and how the universe is going to open the veils of my eyes to more and more. Um, so I will be sharing with you guys as well. What's up, brother C King Bay? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you joined in today. Thank you for your support and your energy, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to see what we had going on. Um, yeah, I got you, Super Cream. I can't help it. Can't help it. But I'm super excited about these new beginnings that will take place and finding out more information. All of it is new to me and it's exciting. Um, been working with ancestry.com as well. Trying to find other people now that I have some names, and so it's been really exciting with that as well. That's some stuff I got today, and able to actually talk with a few aunts on my mom's side, and talk to them about things that they knew about that I'm able to have conversations with them now. Um, so with that too, gonna say real quick, and this is no disrespect toward my mom or whatever, but there was things that she withheld from me and things that my stepdad is still, I would say that has been withheld from me. You're not obligated to keep what the so-called family secrets. This is another thing that has plagued all communities, so I'm not going to speak on a black, white, or whatever, but uh, I've seen it on all sides of the field, whether if it's from someone that has been known to molested someone in the family and they keep it a secret, don't want to talk about it, that you just can't go over Uncle house. You're not able to spend a night at Uncle house. Uncle ain't able to babysit or granddaddy or whoever it may be. Or just they're just, what I mean, things of that nature. And also, when you grow in love with someone, you have kids and you have products off of your relationship, or offsprings off of your relationship, and things don't work out, y'all grow out of love and you grow in love with the next individual, let your kids know who these people are. Um, my oldest daughter, I love her to death. She's mine. I've been with her mom since she got here, with her mom when she got here, but I wasn't her biological daddy. When she became of age and she asked me, I told her that yes, I'm not your biological. I don't know your biological. That's the story you have to get from your mom. The only thing I knew about him was he was trying to get with your mom and not trying to be in your life. I welcome him to be in your life at any given point in time and to take a DNA test just to prove that he is. your father. But if you want to meet him, I would take you. I will do everything in my power to get you there. If I can't go with you, then I pay for it. If it's a journey you want to take on your own, but we have to be honest and true because um, withholding the truth is the same as telling a lie. That's just from my perspective. Withholding the truth is the same as telling a lie from my perspective. And that lie can't be anything that's beneficiary. If my daughter would have asked me at an earlier age, I would have told her at an earlier age, you know. And I don't just feel like that's because something I went through, but I've always been that type of individual. I've also been accused of just being too openly honest, and they would tell me some shit don't need to be told, but I'm an honest individual, honorable individual, and so when they come to me not being over honest, I would not incriminate myself if it comes with certain things and certain individuals as far as the law and all these other things. You're gonna do your job, but when it's dealing with people and feelings and other humans, man, you have to be honest. You have to be true. Um, because your lie only hurts and damages later on. Another reason I quit, uh, I recanted from the Christmas, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, and all these other lies that I was told. I wasn't going to perpetuate the lie and continue with. Like, now that I know the lie, why would I give it to my grandbabies? It was too late. I gave it to my kids and had to break it down to them. But most of them was already at an age they already kind of knew, and tried to advise them to do the same. No, don't deliberately lie to your kid because little do you know that's damaging to the kid because the person they love and they trust the most and they come to as a source of truth. Once they figure out what you may call a small white lie, it's big in their eyes and they can't trust you. And even though you may not be able to tell on the surface, but in the inside, that relationship is damaged. And then this is why most times kids go to the streets. They go to their friends. They rely on their friends' advice, who have no more damn experience in life than they have. But they would rather take that truth than to take the truth of what they know is a liar. And so that's the same thing with religion and traditions and all these other things. So that's some of the stuff from my personal experience. So you just have to be careful and don't do things that's gonna satisfy you and to get the enjoyment out of someone else's um someone else's I guess how you say, you wanna I'm gonna say it bluntly. You're gonna fuck up your kids' imagination by telling them about a damn tooth fairy instead of telling them the truth that you're gonna lose your teeth and they're gonna come back. There is no reward for that but your teeth coming back. You don't need to give them money and tell them this whole damn lie about a tooth fairy sneaking in the middle of the night, put money under the pillow, taking a tooth. You don't need to tell them no damn lies about this guy called Saint Nick or Santa Claus who's gonna come in through the chimney in the middle of the night, and you wonder why your kids can't sleep at night. That joker had just as much power as the damn boogeyman. If you allow that negative source to be told and lied about, but so don't 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 do stuff like that. Don't put your kids' mental health and their imagination at jeopardy like that for your personal gain. I think like I was on myself. That wasn't cool at all, and that was just a selfish individual move. And I really didn't have much to talk about the new beginnings, and about spilled my guts on it. So I guess I'll let whatever happened tonight take place and let everything else transform into whatever it's gonna be. If I'm gonna be here long or not, I still got grandbabies in the other room. I had to leave the grandbabies and come in here and do my video. Um, oh, I got me a money tree, and it's nothing real superstitious or nothing. But hold on, I seen it when I was in there with at Home Depot with one of my other daughters, and she wanted to get some things before we went on the vacation, so I picked it up too. Uh, so I liked it because they told me money never grows on trees. So I got me one I'm gonna keep in here. You know, they say it's therapeutic and it's good or whatever, but uh, I feel real good about it. I like it. I like it. So what new beginnings are you starting on? If you don't mind commenting in the comment section, whether if you're watching live or later on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sister Corinne. I think it's nothing like it. Um, just to surround myself with that I already possess. So, um, so it's gonna produce and grow all year round. So just as well as my money will is too. And so, well, while we're on the subject, like I said, we let the spirit take it where it wants us to go. There's a scripture that says that money is the love of money is the root of all evil. So to try to get some clarity into that, it doesn't talk about the infatuation, the need and the necessity, because what we know now as money wasn't money back then. Um, Even back then, your source of wealth was considered to be your livestock, your grain. These were the things that made you wealthy, the things that were life sustaining, as far as cattle, camel, horses, wheat, flour, corn, or whatever grain it was, a vegetable that you were to grow. These were the things that was of value. Gold and silver come into the play later on once you had these so-called governments. Um, so I believe the biggest misconception is the love of money, meaning that you're able to take a physical thing and value it over another's life. So, a little bit more simplicity in that is that you are willing to lie, cheat, steal, and destroy another individual for monetary gain. That is the root of all evil. For the love of the money will allow you to create evil acts as such as lying, stealing, destroying, killing, manipulating people out of their money, or doing all those things just to attain, keep your money. So that love of it, meaning that it's more valuable than the life that you didn't give, or the imagination that you didn't give, or the confidence, or whatever it may be, is in another individual that you are destroying for that love of that money, so as you can attain and gain something that is temporal. One thing about money is when this avatar can no longer afford you a home and your spiritual being must leave this avatar, you're not gonna be able to take it with you. There was a joke. Said there was a very wealthy man. Told his wife before he died he was taking all his money with him. And that whenever he leave, he wasn't leaving anything to nobody. He was taking every damn red cent that he made to the grave with him. And he left it in the will for his wife. And so whenever the funeral came and they put the guy in the ground, she walked up to the casket and placed something in there. And then the lawyer over his estate was to asking her, did she honor his last wishes? And she said, yes, I did. And the lawyer said, you are the biggest fool I know. How was you able, or why would you put all of his money in the ground and bury him with all of his money? And she looked at the lawyer, looking dead in his eyes, and said, cause I wrote him a check. Let's see his ass cash there. So just know that those things you attain these things, and these things are tools to assist us in our journey and throughout this life. And that yes, desiring money, being knowledgeable of money, being able to create your wealth. There's nothing evil about it. Just don't lie, steal, kill, and destroy others to get it. It's that simple. So don't have no guilt conscience about wanting, desiring, and thinking about money. If money stays on your mind, then that is a good thing. You're gonna attract it into your subconscious until you can understand that you already have it, and then it must come to you in a material form. But have no bad ill feelings towards it, and don't allow no one else to lie to you about it. Um, the reason they say the religion works so good is they say religion is a poor man thing because it's built off hope, and the rich man doesn't have to worry about hope. You know, that's a bunch of wealthy people who didn't rob, steal, and cheat to get it. So anyway, know that you are a spiritual being. You are made out of energy. Who, what you really are is an electrical energy that vibrates on a certain level. So, a conversation I had with my friend, and I do hear my other daughters in the room, so I probably will cut this short. And next week we'll have probably more to talk about. Um, but I was talking to a buddy about it to understand spirituality or understand the spirit or the God that you are. If you think about it like water, water is one of the most powerful forces in the world. Under pressure, it can cut through a lot of things. The flow of it and the force of it can destroy a lot of things. Um, and the smooth moving of it over time can cause rivers and lakes and all these other things, but they also can be gentle. They can be life healing. It can bring it has its own life force in it as well. But water only takes the shape of the container that it's in, whether if it's in a mud puddle, whether it's in the river, whether it's in the ocean, whether it's in a lake, it's in a cup or a vase. It never ever retains a form. It is formless in a sense. So is our spiritual energy that we have. It only takes form when it comes into an avatar. It becomes into a place of existence once it becomes into an avatar. The same way electricity isn't um I'm not gonna say noticeable. There's no evidence of electricity unless you have a outlet, a socket, a switch, and something else on the outside. So we'll use a light, for example. You got the power meter bringing in the electricity into your home. You got a light switch on the wall. There is no evidence of the electricity until you put a light bulb in, and the light bulb shows. Outside of testing and doing all these other things, so we're trying to keep it simple. Um, so that's the benefit of the electricity. That it's a light that shines into the room. Um, and it got it kind of set up where it's hard for you just to stick your finger in a light socket now and get electrocuted. You're going to be doing some other things, but um, the energy that we are, the energy that we have, takes shapes and form in our mind and in our consciousness. And as it takes shape and form into our consciousness, that we elevate to in our consciousness, we give power to. We give life to. So if it's full of bullshit, if it's full of negativity, that's what one would say the opposite of positive. Or if it's full of things that will not be beneficial to you, it's going to give life to those things. And if you're going to see these things in your life and these things that are not what you call beneficial to you, then you are the energy source that's giving it that life. And if there are things that are beneficial to you in your life, that there are things that are going to be working in your good and for your favor and for your best interest at hand, then you've given that life into that thing. That you are the energy force, and your energy is formless, and it's all about whatever you put your thoughts into and your energy into your thoughts is when your energy takes form. So if your thought process It's full of prosperity, longevity, good health, love, peace, kindness, joy, happiness, and all these things, then it will produce these things in your life. And if you put it into things are never always going right, I always get going good one way, then up there's something. Or it could have been my thought process this yesterday. I was changing the oil, transmission strainer, and gaskets in my transmission in the vehicle that we're taking to Washington. Ended up having to go to the local Dollar General and get a funnel so as I can insert the transmission fluid into the transmission. Come back in my truck. I didn't know at the time, but it was my thermostat housing that had gave way and busted. So I almost didn't make it back home. I could have easily said, man, if it ain't one damn thing, it's another. But I didn't. I didn't. I kept my composure and said, you know what? I'll take care of this and I'll figure out what it is once it cool down and I'll fix it. Was able to go out there today and found out it was my thermostat housing. But my energy did not take the form of that undesirable thought. It did not take because I didn't pour my energy into that. It could not take the shape, form, or fashion. So I wasn't mad, upset, depressed because it happened to my truck. I was all right. I was able to go to damn bed pretty damn easy. And I didn't have no other concerns about it till I got up there this morning. So that simple process of knowing that wherever you put your energy is the container. Whatever thought you put your energy into is the container that is going to take form or shape in. There's another verse in the Bible that says that God created all vessels for his liking, one for honor and one for disgrace. So you can have the golden cup for wine and the cup bearing for the wine and the juices that you drink. Or back in those days, you can have a vase made for shit and piss. One's for honor and one's for disgrace. So are you going to allow your energy to be shaped and formed by what you poured into? So if no other time than now, you have an opportunity for new beginnings. Like the way that ties together. You can pour your energy into new beginnings, new outlets, new outlooks, new outcomes in life. If you're tired of the same old shit, quit doing the same old shit. And here's what you're doing. You're pouring your positive energy because it's going to give you a positive result. You're pouring your energy into those things, and they have to manifest themselves. That's what type of God you are. Whatever you put yourself into will manifest itself to the world, will manifest itself unto man. It will manifest itself unto you. And if you put it in all these things will happen. Not saying that we don't live in a world of dualism where every outcome or every action causes for equal or opposite reaction. When something good or something positive happens, there is an opportunity for the negativity to get filled with your energy, but you don't have to answer that call of that opportunity. You can continue to keep your energy poured over here into your vessel of honor and everything that you do. So these things are going to happen. They're going to come about. They're going to come up, but you don't have to give it life. You don't have to give it your life force. Hope that makes sense. Hope you can change the direction of the way your life is going. Hope you will change the direction of your life is going. And this information that I'm giving you, may you be able to take it and apply it and receive it in your mind where it makes rational sense. And you put it up under the microscope of your life, and then you can carry on out whatever wishes and desires you want with that information. So I think that's about all for me. I did want to share that with you. So um Just make sure that your thoughts and your energy that you place into your thoughts, uh, be mindful of them. You have to guard your mouth, your eyes, and your ears because you can pour your energy into things that you thinking that it wasn't much or whatever. But it has to manifest itself if it's a little or to a lot. I do believe that, like I say, this isn't a fact, but it's a belief, a strong belief that is titling over to a fact that even if I did let my mind to go into that bullshit and be just depressed a little bit, I can override it with more positive energy, more positive outcome, and it deletes that pain and suffering that came with that. And that will not have a reproductive life. It will be stale. It will be a eunuch, and it will not be able to reproduce. Excuse my French. It'll be like two. I'm not gonna say that because that's too vulgar. But it'd be like two women, you're not making a baby, or two men, you're not making a baby. It's not possible for it to reproduce. The only thing left is for adoption. So you don't want to adopt a new way of thinking and a new way of believing just to taint it with your bullshit. Jesus said something about you go over you can cross over the seas to find another convert and you make it a bigger devil than you are. So no, don't continue to pour into that. You can override those things, but that thing will have to make a manifestation in a way if it's no more than your feelings and emotions. Does it have to bring about a manifestation to where you act out on those feelings and emotion? No, because you can override it with joy. Same way with Sister Korean. She's going to go through some pain. Um, I don't see it in her nature to take the epidural. I think she's going to have a natural birth. That's just me speaking from my spirit. But the pain that she goes through will not compensate or overshadow the joy once she holds that baby girl in her hand. That pain will be forgotten. It'll be all wiped away. And so, same thing with whatever we deal with our energy and bad mistakes or decisions that we made that have showed up in our life. We do not have to reproduce those things. You can repent, what they call a 360 in the Roman army, whenever the Bible was written for those things. You can repent, make a 360 or 180 and go the opposite direction. 360 puts you back in the same spot. I apologize about that, but you can make a 180 turn. It's about like they call it an about face in the army today. It's the same thing what the word repent meant when they wrote the New Testament. As you're standing this way, an about face, now you're standing this way. You can head the opposite direction. And so you have that opportunity and that power. You're not limited. You are the creator of those things. So take your energy, put them into perfect places, and watch perfect things take place. And just because it's a rainy day, it's perfectly fine. We wouldn't be able to make it without the rain. We wouldn't be able to make it without a cloudy day. Every day can't be damn sunny, but your outlook on it could be. Because you can know that the water and the rain and the cloudy days are there for the necessity of your growth and that the sun still remains above those clouds. The sun ain't gone. It's still up there doing what it's doing, no matter what's in between you and your higher consciousness. Okay? Yeah, that's right, sis. It might rain today, but it won't storm forever. And it's a necessary. It's not evil. It's not bad. It's a must. There's only one way to get it. Um, so it deals with fruit. You'll spend or vegetation. You'll spend all summertime, wintertime. I mean, springtime digging, plowing up the yard, planting the plant, watching it grow from a seedling to a sprout, to watching it grow into a full blown adult plant, and it give you little babies. But that plant got to die, and you have to eat the fruit that you worked at the harvest time for. You're gonna consume those things. And for me, I keep extra seeds so as I can have the next generation to grow. And I want to keep rebuying and keep buying seeds. I get them from my same yield so I can get the same production that I want again. But saying this to say that, you will have to understand that you can't have a damn omelet without cracking an egg. You can't enjoy a sunny day without a rainy day. You can't get to your success without some failure. That's just the way the world works. I can't explain it, I can't knock it. I'm just saying accept it. So if you know it's a damn rainy day, put on your rain jacket, your boots, and get you a damn umbrella. Don't go out there in t-shirts and a tank top and a pair of shorts and complain about the damn rain. Make sense? Dress properly for the occasion. Same way you do with your mindset or the Christ mindset we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I want you to graduate from the Christ mindset to grow to the Father mindset or the God consciousness and understand that that is what you are. The Christ is the appointed and anointed one. That's something else I might talk about next week. I'm not sure. But that position of the appointed and the anointed one, I want you to catch this. I'm going to say it real slow. The Christ is the anointed one. The Christ is a position like supervisor, uh, uh, plant manager, CEO, janitor. It's just a position. The Christ, that's what it is. The anointed or the appointed one, right? So your thoughts are the Father that reside in the kingdom of heaven, but they do not become appointed to carry out a task or do a thing until you speak those words. That's all the Christ is, the manifestation of the thought. It is the appointed word that you've already said and thought of, and here has been appointed to travel through and come out into the world to bring about the things of the Father. Only doing what the Father do. I'm only doing what I've seen the Father do. I'm only saying what I only hear the Father say. So my energy, I'm only producing that I know it can or that it's replicating. I'm just appointing these things into this realm to bring it from heaven into earth. Peter, those things that you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. And those things you loosen on earth will be loosened in heaven. So bringing those things, and this is the appointed, to bring it to an appointment. You go to a job interview or you get your hair done, you got to take your car to the shop, you have to make it an appointment. The anointed, appointed one is that's all we're doing. So this avatar is the appointed, anointed one to bring the manifestation of everything that's into non-existence into existence. And in the words of my brother Akeem, I've been told to shut up. I thank you guys. I love you guys. Love you more than I can express and I can show. So I hope you can feel it. And I'm eternally grateful and thankful. Thank you, Sister Corinne, for being who you are and what you are, not being wavered by any other thing. And thank you for your love and your support to the channel. Brother Sin King Bay. I haven't seen Brother Apple in a while, but I know he'll be back around. And to other ones that are watching that are loyal, because I see the numbers. You may not like, comment, or do whatever, but I see the views. So I love you as well, and I thank you as well for investing in yourself and allowing me to be able to express myself for something you can take in yourself and find out whatever it is that you need to find out with the information. See you tomorrow, Sister Corinne. Even if I don't get to chat back and forth with you, because we'll be busy getting things ready for Friday morning. I'm leaving out at 9 o'clock, but I will be in attendance. So thank you, love you. You guys have a great night, great rest of your week, and most importantly, create the greatest life that you've ever can live. You have the power, you've been appointed, and you have been anointed, and you are the Christ of your life. So fulfill the God that you're searching for, which is you. Fulfill the Father's need in this life. Allow the will Allow God's will to be done upon the earth as it is into the heaven. Allow the manifestations of your thought in your life be done in this physical world as it is in the heaven. Love you. You guys have a great night and see you next week.